Welcome to our series, Fine Poetry, poems that touch deeper chords. Today, Amy Lowell, 1874-1925. She was an American poet of the Imagist school from Brookline, Massachusetts, who posthumously won the Pulitzer Prize for Poetry in 1926. Though she sometimes wrote sonnets, Lowell was an early adherent to the free verse method of poetry, and one of the major champions of this method. She defined it in her preface to Sword Blades and Poppy Seed in the North American Review for January 1917, in the closing chapter of, quote, Tendencies in Modern American Poetry, and also in the Dial, 1918, as, quote, the definition of vers libre is a verse formal based upon cadence. To understand vers libre, one must abandon all desire to find in it the even rhythm of metrical feet. One must allow the lines to flow as they will when read aloud by an intelligent reader. Or to put it another way, unrhymed cadence is, quote, built upon organic rhythm, or the rhythm of the speaking voice, with its necessity for breathing, rather than upon a strict metrical system. Free verse, within its own law of cadence, has no absolute rules. It would not be free if it had. Untermeyer writes that, quote, she was not only a disturber, but an awakener. In many poems, Lowell dispenses with line breaks, so that the work looks like prose on the page. The technique she labeled polyphonic prose. Throughout her working life, Lowell was a promoter of both contemporary and historical poets. Her book, Fur Flower Poets, was a poetical reworking of literal translations of the works of ancient Chinese poets, notably Li Tai Po, AD 701-762. Her writing also included critical works on French literature. At the time of her death, she was attempting to complete her 2-volume biography of John Keats. Writing of Keats, Lowell said that the, quote, the stigma of oddness is the price a myopic world always exacts of genius. And here is the first poem I have chosen. A fixed idea. What torture lurks within a single thought when grown too constant, and however kind, however welcome still, the weary mind aches with its presence. Dull remembrance taught remembers on unceasingly. Unsought, the old delight is with us, but to find that all recurring joy is pain refined, become a habit, and we struggle, caught. You lie upon my heart as on a nest, folded in peace, for you can never know how crushed I am with having you at rest, heavy upon my life. I love you so, you bind my freedom from its rightful quest. In mercy, lift your drooping wings and go. To a friend, I ask but one thing of you, only one, that always you will be my dream of you, that never shall I wake to find untrue. All this I have believed and rested on, forever vanished, like a vision gone out into the night. Alas, how few there are who strike in us a chord we knew existed, but so seldom heard its tone, we tremble at the half-forgotten sound. The world is full of rude awakenings, and heaven-born castles shattered to the ground. Yet still our human longing vainly clings to a belief in beauty through all wrongs. Oh, stay your hand and leave my heart its songs. Petals. Life is a stream on which we strew, petal by petal, the flower of our heart. The end lost in dream, they float past our view. We only watch their glad early start. Freighted with hope, crimsoned with joy, we scatter the leaves of our opening rose, their widening scope, their distant employ we never shall know. And the stream as it flows sweeps them away. Each one is gone, ever beyond into infinite ways. We alone stay, while years hurry on. The flower fared forth, though its fragrance still stays. Prayer for a profusion of sunflowers. Send sunflowers. With my turkey bone whistle, I am calling the birds to sing upon the sunflowers. For when the clouds hear them singing, they will come quickly, and rain will fall upon our fields. Send sunflowers. And the last poem, Roads. I know a country laced with roads. They join the hills, and they span the brooks. They weave like a shuttle between broad fields, and slide discreetly through hidden nooks. They are canopied like a Persian dome, and carpeted with orient dyes. They are myriad-voiced and musical, and scented with happiest memories. O winding roads that I know so well, every twist and turn, every hollow and hill. They are set in my heart to a pulsing tune, gay as a honeybee humming in June. 'Tis the rhythmic beat of a horse's feet, and the pattering paws of a sheepdog bitch. 'Tis the creaking trees and the singing breeze, and the rustle of leaves in the roadside ditch. A cow in a meadow shakes her bell, and the notes cut sharp through the autumn air. Each chattering brook bears a fleet of leaves, their cargo the rainbow. And just now, where the sun splashed bright on the road ahead, a startled rabbit quivered and fled. Oh, uphill roads and roads that dip down, You curl your sun-spattered length along, and your march is beaten into a song by the softly ringing hoofs of a horse and the panting breath of the dogs I love. The pageant of autumn follows its course, and the blue sky of autumn laughs above. And the song and the country become as one. I see it as music, I hear it as light, prismatic and shimmering, trembling to tone, the land of desire, my soul's delight. And always it beats in my listening ears, with the gentle thud of a horse's stride, with the swift falling steps of many dogs, following at my side. O roads that journey to fairyland, radiant highways whose vistas gleam, leading me on under crimson leaves to the opaline gates of the castles of dreams.